Hello, sending love from Costa Rica. My name is Christina Stair and welcome to my YouTube channel. This video is for all of you Lightworkers, starseeds out there, way showers, grid keepers, earth guardians, the earth angels here who are all chose to be here during this time to help with this ascension of planet Earth. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here and processing all of this density and doing the inner work. Oh, we are right now just being so flooded with light and we're feeling it every single day. It's like a roller coaster. It's like some days you're feeling really in alignment, feeling super high vibe. You're in that like 5D frequency. And then you have the next day where you're feeling super, super dense, back in the 3D. Fears and worries are coming up to be processed. So our role here as light workers and way showers of planet Earth, it's really to turn that lens back within and do as much inner healing and clearing out our channels so we can be the clearest instruments for the divine to work through. So how do we ascend first? Because we must do this first, and then we show the way and lead by example. So we really need to slow down. I'd say step one is slow down everything and be intentional and present. And when you're able to slow down and be intentional and present, you're then able to see the activations that happen throughout your day. So you're able to slow down and your mind is able to quiet down so your spirit can really, you can hear the whisper of your spirit more, because our ego mind is very loud and our spirit comes as a whisper. But the more of this inner work that we do, that's when we're able to really determine between the difference and tune more into the portal of our heart and listen more to our spirits and follow that guide and trust our intuition. So when you're able to slow down and be very present, you're then able to see the difference between the two voices, I would say. And you're going throughout your day and then an activation happens, right? Something triggers you, something annoys you. This could be something really small, this could be something really big, but you feel this discomfort in your body first and you're like, "Ooh, I'm activated." So either you're annoyed or maybe you're sad. There's something triggering inside of your body that's bringing about an emotional response. So in that moment, you can then just take a step back and take a breath and acknowledge, okay, I'm activated right now. This is the emotion that's coming up within inside of me. And how we've been running our life on autopilot up until this point is then we would start then attaching that emotion to a story. We'd start making up stories around this emotion. And now that you are in phase 2 of your life and you're doing this deep work, you're having more awareness, you're being more mindful, you're able to look at yourself, you're then able to observe these emotions. So let's say but in the heat of the moment, it's really hard to observe it, because in the heat of the moment, if we're able to acknowledge it and just have that awareness around it, you're halfway there. So you are activated. You're like, I'm really triggered right now, or I'm really activated right now. And having that awareness, amazing, right? So can you just you can be in that and observe it. So start just observing this emotion that's came up inside of your body and not attach stories to it. And just hold the space for this to move out of your body. And you can assist it by moving your body, doing some breath work, just sitting in silence, or moving your body, like dancing it out a little bit just to help move it. And after you process this, because our bodies are these intelligent computers, so it's processing these feelings and these emotions that we've been suppressing our whole entire life, we've been ignoring, not wanting to feel and pushing them down. And now, during this ascension, all of that is coming up to the surface to be felt, to be seen, to be acknowledged, to be integrated within us. You know, so many times we're like, oh, let's kill the ego, or I want to get rid of this bad habit and all of that. But it's more so about let's integrate it. Let's allow ourselves to feel these feelings, and then through that feeling, it is leaving our bodies. But let's not attach stories to it, because when we start attaching the stories to it, that's when we start going into the repeated cycle, this repeated loop that we've been on our entire life. So you just came up across an activation. You've sat with it. You've observed it. Now you can then choose to reclaim your power back from it, because you wouldn't be triggered or activated by this unless you have given a part of your power away to this thing. This thing is holding power over you, or you wouldn't have had an emotional response to it. So you can choose right then to reclaim your power back from it. You can say, I reclaim my power back. I feel my power coming back inside of my body. And depending on what this activation is, like if it's a smaller one, yeah, that totally works. You can totally just like see it for what it is and be like, okay, I feel it. I see that trigger. I reclaim my power back from that. I'm not going to let this thing activate me, and I'm going to look at it and I'm going to observe it, and I'm going to be able to calm myself down and learn from it and let it go. If it's a bigger thing, something something that really scares you, something that catalyzes a lot of fear within you, and this might be a repeating story that you've had for a long time. Like let's say that you are going up against a money block, like you really want to do something, and but it costs X amount of money, and just hearing that number, you feel contraction in your body. First, you're able to see that you had a reaction. You're then able to see that there's power there, that you're giving power away to money over this situation, rather than you being the divine light being that you are, who is infinitely abundant, who is creating your reality. You're forgetting that in that moment. And that's okay, because we've been here for a long time in the matrix, completely having all of these limiting beliefs and programs inside of us. But in order to reprogram ourselves from these old limiting beliefs that have been instilled inside of us, we have to do the opposite thing. We have to do the thing that scares us the most. You have to take the leap. You have to do the thing with the intention of reprogramming yourself from it. And you're going to see that on the other side of this fear, the other side of this scarcity, the other side of this activation, the other side of this leap is freedom. And you've just freed yourself from it. And through that, you are reprogramming yourself. This is how you do the shadow work, is when you get activated and something's popping into your reality where you are receiving some sort of emotional trigger. Okay, this thing has power over you, or you wouldn't be activated by it. And through that, you're able to have more awareness around it, reclaim your power back. And if you really want to make a big difference, reprogram yourself by doing the opposite thing, doing the thing that you are resisting the most, doing the thing that scares you the most. And that's what's going to deactivate the old program and start confirming within your body, within your cells, oh, that was an old story. The truth is, I'm actually super free. And that thing that was holding me back was a limitation. It wasn't even real. I made that up in my mind. And it's like our bodies, the first phase of our life, it's like we have all this density in our body. It's like all these shadows. It's like seeing them as like these big boulders in our body. But the more that we free ourselves from these limitations, heal ourselves, forgive, love ourselves more, we are like releasing these shadow boulders out of our body right now. So then you start raising your frequency, because more light is in your body rather than the dense limiting beliefs, limiting stories. And with more light in your body, you then start becoming more of a vibrational match to the desires of your heart, because you start remembering you're worthy of these desires. You start consciously manifesting, and then your reality starts mirroring back to you heaven on earth. Starts mirroring back to you the kind of life that you've always desired, because you're clearing out these limiting beliefs that have been telling you your whole life, oh, that's not possible, you're not able to do that. And through clearing that out and looking at them, having the awareness, reclaiming your power back, doing the opposite thing to confirm within your being that it's safe and that you're actually more free because of it, it starts reflecting your reality. And you're going to reach some sort of like critical mass point when there's like let's say this big boulder that's the biggest leap that you've done, the thing that scares you the most. It could be leaving that job, it could be leaving that relationship, it could be picking up and moving, it could be investing financially in yourself. Whatever that leap is going to be the thing that tips you over, and then more light is able to flood inside of your body, and your whole entire reality changes. And there's so many different layers and levels to this. It's never ending, because we're down here in the 3D physical plane. But when you understand how to navigate this planet, when you understand how to navigate the energetics here and really truly learn how to play this game, you're then able to walk on this planet with way more grace. You're able to consciously create the life of your dreams. And through healing yourself, you're then able to start healing other people because you've done it yourself. You've showed yourself how it's done. You've walked yourself through that. So then you just initiated yourself, and you're then able to help other people walk through the same fire, cross that bridge into where it is they want to be. So if you're a light worker out there and you're feeling called to be of service, and you have these desires in your heart of how you want to serve, or maybe you're still just unclear of what that looks like, right? But it's doing that inner work. And through whatever traumas that you're healing, that's going to be the same traumas you're going to then be walking people through. So our traumas and these wounds that we have in our body, they end up being our greatest gifts because we're able to alchemize it and use that to help other people because we have then healed ourselves from that. And that is most likely how you are able to heal other people, is through your biggest blocks, your biggest trauma. Because you've done it, you've healed yourself, and then you're able to ripple that out. So that's how you can get a little bit more clear as far as what exactly you came here to do, like what exactly your service is. And it's doing that inner work, so then we can raise our vibration, lead by example, be that shining light of all is well, of this is how you navigate the planet, of, hey, remember who you truly are. Because we come here and we forget. We forget that we are actually light beings, extensions from source that come down here to have this human experience, to learn, to grow, to feel, to create. And just remembering that, just coming in at every moment you can just to remember that and remember what you are actually doing here. You are filtering out density, not just for yourself, but for your ancestry, for the entire collective. You are doing so much work energetically. So be gentle with yourself during this time. I can't say that enough. Be kind to yourself, be gentle on yourself. If you're having negative self-talk, those are limiting beliefs coming up to be felt, to be seen, to then reclaim your power back from that and to free yourself. But this is the time. This is the time to do that shadow work, to look within. This is what this quarantine is for. We are in an accelerator right now, a pressure cooker where everything is coming to the surface to be felt, to be seen, to be looked at. And this pressure cooker is going to keep happening until the planet awakens, until we hit that critical mass where there's more light on this planet. And it all starts with the starseeds, with us, the light workers, the way showers here. So anchoring that light, activating yourself, stepping into your power, and awakening to yourself, your fullest potential, so then we can awaken all of our brothers and sisters here. The mission was clear when we chose to come here. The mission is liberate planet Earth, free planet Earth. And we do that by coming down here. We free ourselves first. And then we then are able to help other people in freeing themselves through whatever unique way that lights up your heart, that is your passion, whatever unique way that healed yourself, that is your medicine. And everyone, your people are just waiting for your medicine. So this is the calling card to all the light workers out there, to do that work, to look within, to heal that trauma, so then you can escort and initiate other people through that and awaken and activate all of our brothers and sisters here and just help them remember who they are. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much for being here at this time and doing this work. You just waking up in the morning is enough. Just being here to feel. And we are all hearing the call, and we're all feeling that call inside of our bodies to step up, to do more, to shine our light. And that feeling is not going to go away. It's just going to keep intensifying until you actually step up, take that leap, believe in yourself, and trust fall and surrender into the universe. So I am trust falling and I am leaping constantly, and I challenge you to do the same, because the other side of that is your freedom. I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you for being here.